When you're planting a new climber, getting the planting hole right is only half the job, because tying it in is probably going to take you 3 times as long, and actually it's much more important that at this early stage in its life that formative pruning is done correctly. In this video I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, and I'm going to give you a little bit of science behind why it's important to do it this way. Once you've dug a nice deep hole, make sure that you tease out some of the roots. It's really congested in this pot here. At this time of year in autumn, you want to make sure it's a damp root ball, but it doesn't need to be soaking wet, because I'll water this in and then throughout the winter nature will take its course. So I'm going to plant it in the hole. Now what most people would do when planting a climber is plant it vertically like this, and all that happens is it flowers and leaves really well at the top, flops over the wall, and then the neighbours get an amazing display of flowers, and all you're left with is this stalk and cane. So here is my top tip. Angle the plant down. Now you can actually do full horizontal if you want. On this occasion, I'm going to plant it on a 45-degree angle like this, and the reason for that is that I'm putting a rose at the other side of this wall, and that will fill in the gap. If you do it on a 45-degree angle, or indeed lay it horizontally, what happens is at every single point along the axils of these leaves, the auxin is kind of redistributed throughout the plant. Now the auxin is a bit sciencey, a bit geeky, but the auxin usually resides mainly, the active bit anyway, in the tip here. So by laying it down, you allow all that auxin to spread along the climber, and it will throw up hundreds of shoots all the way along this plant and absolutely clothe this wall, instead of just sending a few spindly shoots up and over the top. When you plant the plant, you'll find that some of the root ball will be exposed, and that's fine. You don't want to plant it too deeply, but I am going to mulch it. I'm going to use this top grow to give it a good mulch all the way around. You're aiming for about 5 centimetres, 50 mil, and what this will do is just kind of keep that root ball underground, keep it nice and warm, and also lock in the nutrients from the soil, and the worms will love it, so they'll take it down and improve the general health of the soil. Don't get any around the main stem, because that can cause rotting, so just move it away from that. But a 5 centimetre mulch of this all over this border in autumn locks in the water and also prevents weed growth around the plant. In this case, I'm going to leave the climber on the cane and tie this into the wall, because at a 45-degree angle it does need the support between these 2 wires. These wires are taut and they're spaced at 30 centimetres apart, and you can have them from 30 centimetres from above the soil at 30 centimetre intervals all the way up the wall, and that will give you enough support. Some plants are self-clinging, so you don't need these wires, but this particular one is not, so I am putting in a framework to support it. And then in midsummer, when this is in full flower, it's going to absolutely smell amazing, and this wall will be clothed. It's not an ugly wall, it's a beautiful wall, and I think this plant enhances it. But if you've got a fence and it's not that attractive, think about painting it a dark colour like grey or black, and then this bright green foliage, which turns red in autumn, will just sing and look amazing all year round. Until next time, bye bye.